Out of the many heart-wrenching, heartbreaking, and heartwarming videos coming out of the war zone in Israel, there's one that touched me personally due to my own subjective involvement.
תראו, מטיל אחד, מה קרה? אבל אחרי זה גם תראו את הפלא הגדול. בין כל ההריסות האלה, תראו מה אנחנו מוצאים. ספר של קדושה, והוא לא נשרף. רק מהצדדים, בשביל שנראה מה רשום.
When I saw the video, immediately I recognized it. It's my book, Toward a Meaningful Life in Hebrew. And as the narrator says, the edges are burned, but the text is intact. Driving home the point that amidst all the fire, amidst all the destruction, there is a message. And he begins to read in Hebrew. What are the lessons from death? So besides the grief and the recognition of a soul moving on to another stage of his journey, the lesson of death is what we need to do, the introspection, the soul searching that we need to take when we experience such tragedy. Quoting Maimonides, that when you see a catastrophe, don't think it's just an accident. It's a wake-up call to look deeper inside ourselves, to be more accountable, to see what we can do to improve life, the world. That's what remained. I don't know what to say. On one hand, there's so much pain. There's so much suffering. There's so much shock when you just hear about the massacres, the brutality. So you can say, so what is one hopeful message going to do? But on the other hand, we don't understand so much. And perhaps there is a ray of light that shines through. Here, the charred pages of a book I had the honor to compose, to write, that is telling us that there is something deeper going on. And don't lose sight and don't lose hope. We will get through it. And even death itself can teach us things. I just feel humbled and honored that of all books that God chose to keep intact, and that Ashkelon missile attack was a book that I had the honor to write. It's not a personal thing. The truth is, it would be any book that had a powerful message, I would say the same thing. But here it happens to be something that was brought to my attention. My friends, my dear friends, my brothers and sisters, both in Israel and everywhere in the world, please know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We will get through this darkness. So what we need to do is take that very lesson. What is the lesson? Look into your own heart. Look into your own soul. Eliminate and eradicate any form of anger, of violence, of bloodshed, even the most subtle forms. Let us be more passionate about the good, about light and love, more than the passion that some people have for hate, darkness, and death. That's the lesson. That will survive all the fires and all the missiles. The spirit, the human spirit that will rise and has risen, as we see and we continue to see. When you write a book, when you're writing it, you own and control what you're going to say. Once it's published, it belongs to the reader. It belongs to the people that will have that book in their possession. I've been honored, I've been blessed to receive tremendous feedback to my book, Toward a Meaningful Life. But I never would have imagined it ending up in the carnage after a missile attack in Ashkelon and ending up charred, but yet with a message shining through. I've heard many stories, people telling me about the hope, about the healing that it has brought to them. But this, for some reason, seems to be of a different caliber. Not to minimize the effect that it may have had in others. But here, amidst such a war, a book remains shining with a message that's an eternal message. It's not my message. It's a message that I learned from my teacher and my mentor, the Rebbe, who in turn passed it on from generations past. That goes back generations. And all that remains intact. That tells us that no matter what happens in life, some things that are eternal remain like the embers. They may be embers, but they continue to burn. They continue to illuminate, they continue to shine, they continue to give us hope. Because in those burning embers, you can rebuild even greater than what was there before. Please join me and join us in the spiritual war that we need to fight. The war of light over darkness, of good over evil, hope over helplessness, confidence over resignation. Go to meaningfullife.com/war in Israel, where you'll find continuously, literally on the hour, we're adding more resources to help us all find clarity, hope, direction, guidance, inspiration. Check it out.